Patty and Jesse, what's happening? Patty and Jesse in the building. It is hot. I've completely frozen Gatorade. I'm hoping it'll be. What's up, Asriel? I'm hoping this Gatorade will be a slush by the time this stream is over, or maybe not even halfway done. It is hot, and I got big changes to the garden and the yard to talk about. Actually, caught Chippy. I wish I could share a picture right now. I caught Chippy in the garden today. Big Zay in the house. What's up, Dubs? This is where you got NBA last night. You get wrestling. You'll get my backyard gardening, which is going to be pretty cool today. Dubs, what's happening? So, and I might go live later on to help people pick their tag team finishers. I know it's easier to see the list to do that. Hey, Derek, what is happening? It's been a while, my friend. Good to see you. Derek, another supporter of the channel from when I was doing NFL stuff. What's up, Wally? Wally. You guys hear me okay? Let me know in the chat how the volume is. So we got two big changes in the yard besides the fact that it's blazing hot, pardon the pun. J Dog's in the house. I'm back. Go Lions. Yeah, I remember. So we'll check out the garden. We'll check out the yard. We had a big change in the backyard. I'll show you here in a little bit. It's easier just to show you. Let everybody tap the screen twice. Give me that thumbs up. Yeah, Thunder won the championship. We'll talk about that more on the Pick and Roll podcast. I'm still waiting for this to. I had to crack it on the concrete a couple times. Slammed you down on the hard concrete. How long does it take a frozen Gatorade to turn into a slush? We're about to find out. In 90-degree weather? I feel like I need to smash it up against the wall a little more. People be tuning in like, what the hell is this guy doing? Well, if you really need to know, I'm smashing a Gatorade against a brick wall because it's frozen. Yeah, I might do a stream later on and just have people pick their tag team finisher so you can see the list and see what the moves look like. I got to finish a bunch of tag team entrances today. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. Hit the thumbs up. Ooh, did I bust it? That's one thing I didn't think of. I cracked the damn thing. Should try to open it so it doesn't explode on me. Get to see where the. Oh, yep, I already opened it. I like this cherry Gatorade because it tastes like a bomb pop. You guys remember bomb pops? Makes me think of summer. The Goody Man, the Candy Man, the ice cream truck. Ice cream man is coming. What'd you guys used to get off the ice cream truck? I was either a chip witch, like a chocolate chip ice cream sandwich, or Scooter Crunch. Didn't matter if the Scooter Crunch was either strawberry or chocolate. Mateo, what is up? No. Why would you ask a question like that? I love all peoples. I'm gonna remove that just so no, that doesn't need to be on there. A SpongeBob popsicle. I didn't even know they had those. What's up, Cassie? I know they had SpongeBob popsicles. It was either a bomb pop or like the chocolate chip sandwich. Yeah, it's supposed to be about 100 today. Prime time's in the house. It's supposed to be close to 100 today and tomorrow. I mean, that's why I'm kind of chilling in the shade here for a little bit. We're going to have to go shade to shade today. I'm not on the Wi-Fi, so hopefully it's coming in good. You guys, anyone, you guys can hear me okay, I'm guessing? Don't you guys ever answer when I ask that? You're afraid to tell me that I sound like shit? Or you can't hear me? I know you can hear me, but is it good? I don't. Yeah, as long as my audio is working, the heat is no joke. I mean, I came out here a little bit ago to water the garden because some of the new plants you'll see. Yes, new plants. I'm spoiling the surprise. We got two surprises, one in the garden and one in the yard. Thank you. Can hear you very well. That's what I need. Yes, we can. There you go. Thank you. Strawberry shortcake bars or orange cream sickles for your ice. Yeah, I'm talking specifically ice cream truck. Like when you heard the old ice cream truck noise, what did you usually get? Mine was normally a Scooter Crunch. Or if it had something special, back in the day, push-ups. The orange push-up, which is just sorbet or whatever, freaking frozen ice cream in a damn toilet toilet roll. Ice cream sandwich Wally would get. Loud and clear, thank you. You know what I used to like? Those pudding pops were good. Did they cancel them because Cosby got canceled, or why did they cancel? Those were pudding pops were pretty good. Yeah, the pudding pop. My terrible Bill Cosby. But we're gonna check out the garden. In a heat like this, I was just watching a video where like you got to check the soil to make sure you don't overwater. Like that's something I really need to learn about is overwatering. Because I panic. That's what the one video said. Don't panic. And I think our catbird's hatched. I think the baby's hatched. Remember the bird that was pissing me off? It's not over there pissing me off anymore. So I think the babies have hatched. I see little birds flying around now. And also, if you're just joining, I caught frickin' Chippy the chipmunk in the garden today. I have to put a picture of it on the Discord. Push up pops. Yeah. Strawberry shortcake crunch. Yeah, Scooter Crunch. That's what they are. That's what well, that's one of the brands, I guess. But they had the chocolate ones too. Just regular. All right. What flavor popsicle? If you could only have popsicles, what flavor popsicle would you want? I'm a root beer and banana guy. I like the banana popsicles and the root beer. Or when they have those tropical ones, the fake pina colada ones. Obviously, no. Although the frozen drinks you can get at the liquor store are pretty dope. Pina colada ones and stuff like that. Patty's like, I'll take all of them, please. Drove an ice cream truck. Oh, free ice cream. That was your first crush because he had the ice cream. That was your plug. You had an ice cream plug. Neighbor's pool's done. Oh, we're almost to 10 minutes. Plus, I can't sit for very long anymore because of this leg. Yes, I'm limping. Limping and pimping. We're going to head over to the garden here. You may or may not notice one of the new things. May not notice one of the new things or not. All popsicles. Root beer popsicles. Yeah, the red, white, and blue. It's a bomb pop. Starting to break up a little bit. Like a frozen Gatorade. Not ice cream truck related, but otter pops were the best popsicles. Otter pops? Oh, I think I know what you mean. Were those just the ones in the plastic where you could snap them in half and eat them? Or you rip your lip trying to bite them? Otter pops, aren't those freeze pops? Alright, we're past the 10 minutes. I'm gonna flip this around and go check out the garden. Right behind me, there's the garden. Mm-hmm. And they had little otter characters that represented each flavor. So which flavor was the best? I'm blue. Blue, was it blueberry or raspberry? Italian ice, yeah, kind of the same idea. Slush, that's what I'm doing with this Gatorade. That's how we started talking about it. Because I'm smashing this Gatorade up to make a slush out of it. If I don't break the bottle first, which I may have done. Yeah, I'd go blue, probably. Blue raspberry. That's what I had last night when I had my McDonald's. I had my McDonald's craving, and I did what was it? The Coke icy Slurpee. Same difference. What's up, Mitch? It's hot. It's hot out. It is hotty hot, hot, hot out. We're gonna go check out the garden here in a minute here, just waiting for everybody to roll in now. I'm waiting for my Gatorade to get turned into a slush. So we now have, let me flip the camera, a new garden bed. So I planted 4 zucchini on the other end and 4 green beans here. You can see our tomatoes coming through. I'm kind of worried about the peppers. Look at this pepper. Just about dead. Either a bird got to it or it just died. And I'm getting buds on the peppers, but no peppers. So here's, we got some tomatoes. There's some tomatoes on that one. The basil I harvested the other day. These, I keep forgetting that you have to like pull the flowers off of these every once in a while. Once they start to get black, you just pop off and it'll have another bloom. So these are green beans. Cokes mixed with cherry. Charles Adderley, what's happening? So we got 4 green beans. And 1, 2, 3, 4 zucchini, and I bought some more marigolds for the outside. So these are all new. That one needs water. The bird net's protecting all of our berries. Look at all of our berries. There's a good bit of berries in there. And some of them are gone. No blueberries yet in the blueberry bush. But yeah, we got a second planter now. First one's still doing good, but no peppers. And it looks like we're losing one pepper plant right there. That poor soul. Maybe Chippy's the one that's eating these flowers. Look, there's no blooms in all those marigolds. Cabbage is starting to get better. Still no asparagus over there. No, I don't know my stuff about gardening. I've learned just by trial and error, man. That's the thing. That's the whole idea behind this. We got spiders. Spiders in the garden are good though. I don't want them on my butt. There's our rhubarb. We actually have a tomato almost ready to be picked there. See that mater? It's turning yellow. Those are yellow cherry tomatoes. Look at all those. There's a bunch of tomatoes there. This is the time I start to worry when it does get real dry and hot, hot, hot. You see this marigold starting to bloom again. And these are blackberries and raspberries here. My grandmother had a big garden. So I learned a lot off of her, watching videos and stuff, and just doing these videos for about 10 years, asking you guys for advice and whatnot. Hey, what do you want me to grow? I'll give it a shot. I've never tried okra. Is that like lettuce or something? Or is that like a squash? Something got to this guy right here. Ate a big hole in it. So that one's going to be trash. Might as well rip it out. See, that's a shame. Not much grows in the ground here. I mean, there might be one to see, but that's something's living in there. Oh, and there he is right there. And there they are. See that little worm? We found our culprit. Oh, and there's a culprit here. What's that? Back. Now, everybody's gone, but we are back. I had to come inside and let the phone cool down. There we go. Roll call. Who's in the building? Just gonna let the phone cool down a little bit more and then go back out, show the rest of the garden. Who's here? State your name. What is happening? Who is here? I need to do more streams from down here in the basement. It's all chill. Who is here? Who is here? You guys still hear me okay? Spider Blaise. Yeah, there was just those little, real tiny spiders out there. Type in the chat if you're here so I know that I'm still live. Nobody's here? I gotta run upstairs to make sure the live stream's going. Is anybody out there? Anybody in the chat? I see 6 people in the chat. Type, say hello, Blaise. Hi, say hi. So this is what people do when they just do the vertical lives and sit here and just talk about nonsense. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're gonna go check out the garden. I got some fun stuff to show you. I should be like, stop scrolling. Keep doing that every once in a while. Stop scrolling. Nobody's in the chat. Now down to 6. Find a way to refresh the chat. No. Because this chat's frozen. Look at it. Test 1, 2, 3. Anybody out there? Hopefully that'll do. Are you there? Anyone? Hello, hello. Testies. 1, 2, 3. Nobody's typing. Or is this thing not working? Just restart the live. Hold on, I think I got it. I had to refresh. It was buffering. Yo, there's our coup. I'm here. I think I got it. I think I got it. I just couldn't see the chat. I need you guys to keep that chat going, so I know it's working. I don't know if the chat. There we go. That's good, Blaise. So Zay just typed "That's good, Blaise." All right, I think we're back. I need you guys to type in the chat. I don't know why you guys can't type in the chat. Hey, when I go out, there we go. Constantine, free orangutan. Hey, Constantine, how you doing, man? We here, prime time. All right. So when I go outside too much, it gets too hot. So the phone overheats. That's why I was trying to stay in the shade. It's like 95 degrees. Where are you guys? What degree? Well, I guess some people are Celsius. Some people are Celsius, I guess. But you did get to see the new garden bed. I did plant green beans, and I planted zucchini. So let's go. We could go check it out. I just got to make sure I stay out of the direct sun for a little bit. Let's go back to the garden. One of these days, I want to get this thing going again. Look at this. Yeah. 92 where you're at. I want to get this thing running again. I got one of these like a long time ago because I always wanted one. And my buddy owns, the guy that I know owns like a hobby shop that sells RC cars and shit. And I was like, you know what? I've always wanted an RC car. Let me get it. And I used it like 2 or 3 times. It's badass. And then I haven't used it since. And I think I broke the thing on it. That's the only thing that's bad. But let's go back into the garden. It is pretty badass. It wasn't a cheap one. It was pretty expensive. Look at the freaking tires on it and shit. And living out in the woods where I'm at, I'm gonna show you why I really want to get this thing going too. I'll show you why I really want to get this thing going too. And it's in my backyard. It's the other thing that's changed. And I'm just going to make a beeline right to it to show you. I could have like I actually did have a little RC track back there in the woods for a little bit. When I first got here, it was kind of like a path made out. So I'd taken that RC car back there and driving it around. A GoPro on the car? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. 96 where prime time is. Damn. See, I got to get that bad boy back out on the road. It's all dusty. I'm gonna name him Dusty because he's dusty. How about that? So for those coming back in, this is like a stealth mission. Try not to overheat the phone. Wi-Fi is already off, so we're in the shade now. I got shade there, shade over there, but I'm going way back there. Here it is. We now have a huge clearing in the back of the yard. Check this out. Came and cleared the whole thing out. There's no groundhogs over there where the groundhogs are. There's a little bit of shade here. There we go. Look at that. All ripped out. All now like wide open into the woods. Isn't that crazy? There used to be a big tree right there, and you can still see some of the vines that connected to it. But he cleared this all out. Look, we're gonna go delve deep into it here. Get to the next shade spot. Look at all that. All cleared out. All cleared out. We plowed all of this all the way out. This entire thing cleared out. Isn't that crazy? If you go all the way down here, see if this will stay on. I'll show you the machine that did it. That sounds like one of them damn catbirds. I hear it. No, I can't get to it. There it is. It's up there. It's right there. Can't go any deeper into the woods. But just plowed all this out for me. Said he was going to do it last time when we ripped the tree down. But this time we got it. Look at this view. Back up into my yard. The rain will probably wash. I mean, there used to be a big wall of stuff right there. It's nice here in the woods. It's a little cooler. But that was like, he did it in like less than an hour. Just came over with that damn machine and hammered it all out. Now this big clearing, and I could take that little RC car out. That's the first thing I thought of is, man, my RC car could have a field day in that. It's like what those things are made for. Nice looking trail going back there. Arku, congratulations, bro. I said it earlier, but my phone was cutting in and out. Thunder did it, man. You guys finished the job. I could be picky and be like, I want this end to be a little more level. I want that end to come down a little bit more. Or maybe even flatten that up right there more so I can move my shed back to it. It's hot as hell today too, Arku. So that's the big change. Look at that shit. Yeah, Arku's boys, and I was skeptical. I was skeptical that they would win, but I would say you got to prove it to me first. Cavaliers, I put the same thing up on the Cleveland Cavaliers. They couldn't prove it. They didn't have it. Thunder had it. They proved it. They're the new thing. There's some of these roots I gotta rip out still. Little pains in the asses. But this was all big wooded area right here. Now it's gone. Rain will wash most of that down. All this weeds and grass will grow back in. A couple years ago he plowed that and it all grew back. Yeah, it is chill in the woods out here, man. But now there's a big open area right here in the backyard. Kind of cool. I'd sit on my little stool I made here, but out in this sun, my phone probably won't last. I can sit right there. Bird took a shit on it. There's the garden. So we've added on a second. We put that bench in there last week for my mom's house. I saw it had her. Oh, I gotta grab that Gatorade. I don't have much time. The phone's gonna overheat. Here's the garden. Here's one. Here's the other. Here's a bunch of plants. Here's the plant that we ripped out that I'm just gonna lay there for now. Here's the peppers with no peppers. Here's the basil that's nice. Here's the flowers with no flowers. Here's the new plants. Here's the tomatoes. All right, we're out. So now we got two planter beds, which is kind of nice. The zucchini have never grown good in this yard. We'll see if they do. We'll give it a chance. This Gatorade should be more like a slush. I really think I might have busted open the bottom. Yep. I ain't going camping back in there, dude. I catch poison ivy. Maybe if I was in my 20s or something. I catch poison ivy if the wind blows the wrong way. So what's everybody doing today? I'm probably gonna, like I said, I might do another live later on. I can't believe these. I had to put a second trellis on them, another tomato trellis. So it looks like I'm gonna have a good bit of tomatoes. These peppers now are suspect. Now the key to these zucchini is I'm gonna have to clip them back a lot. And I just sprayed this garden for bugs today with that 7 stuff. I gotta get something better for bugs. Maybe stop using that 7. I know they say, what is it? Vinegar, Dawn, or no, that's for grass killer. See, I don't want to use weed and grass killer and kill all my plants. But now there's a whole clearing, right? See if I can point to it. That's so awkward. Right there, a huge clearing. Pretty crazy. Where the tree used to be over there too. I didn't even show the herb garden. We can go check that out. Yeah, that KD trade was pretty big too. I kind of knew that was going to happen. It was just a matter of when and to what team. It was only down to a couple. Let's look at the. I think I did bust the bottom of that Gatorade trying to slush it up. So my hydrangea got a bloom, but look how lame that is. Wah, 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 wah. Another couple little baby ones trying to bloom. I think I cut it back too far this winter. I'm not a big flower guy, so I'm learning as we go with the flowers. Those are doing pretty good. That's crawling up. One in the middle, one over there. Big fly on there. But those keep having those yellow flowers. There's one down on that one. And the basil are doing all right. I clipped most of the tips off so they start to bush a little better, hopefully. But they've slowed their growth a little bit. So these should be bushier by now. Same thing with this. Last time I planted this lemon thyme, it kind of bushed out and covered the whole planter. This one just kind of stayed in the middle. We'll see. Once it gets long enough, I think that'd be the kind of, like the oregano, it'll like replant and spread and grow bigger. The oregano I've harvested twice. I see a bug in that one. Just almost impossible to keep bugs out of the garden. I want to bring in more spiders. But I've clipped the tips of these. When they start to flower on the top, clip them so they spread and get a thicker stem and more of a bush. But all these basil plants should be a lot bushier. There's the one basil plant in the garden that's humongous. Not humongous, but big. And the mint in this planter is doing really good. Peppermint and mojito mint, and it smells great. Now that'll repel, hopefully, critters and stuff. I hear that the peppermint and stuff like that should repel critters. Oh shit, is that a blue jay? He didn't see me sitting here. He's coming to fly for the bird bath. Our little house in there, no birds. It's too small. You need like a little finch or something to live in that little house. But the gardens, I mean, it's doing better than it has the last couple years. Hell, it's doing better than the last 4 or 5 combined. And the berry plants, they're still in the ground. Like I'm trying to think of what's left that's actually in the ground. I don't know what's eating the marigolds over there. See, if you're in the shade and the breeze is hitting, it's not that bad. But these are blackberries and blueberries, black and blueberries. But I'm really worried about the zucchini. I'd like to get a couple. We'll compare. Now, I planted these maybe a week after they planted theirs, so theirs does have a head start. But their zucchini's already gigantic. The leaves, like the leaves that are here on the sides, they're like the big as my palm over there. Green beans, I'm hoping just to get a couple harvests because I can't eat a lot of beans, but green beans with, butter, garlic, fry them up a little bit. The tomatoes are doing the best so far. I don't want to get overexcited about it, but I mean, I can see a bunch of tomatoes down there. Now, whether we get ones up top or not, we'll find out. Like I said, last few years in this ground, I was getting hardly anything. So this is the first year for the raised beds. I mean, if I have to, man, I mean, I'd like to get something that will grow along this ditch. The marigolds aren't doing it. Maybe even something that creeps or crawls just to blanket that with a color or something. I don't know. I gotta find something that'll grow better than the marigolds because those are obviously aren't working. Or something, I don't know if something's eating them or not. It looks like something's probably eating them. It could be Chippy the chipmunk. Now that he can, now no matter what I do, he's getting in. You see, there's little holes like that and stuff. And even if I did seal it all off, he'd probably find a way to tunnel or push some rocks away to get in if he really wanted to, or climb the damn fence. It's a chipmunk, man. That's almost impossible to keep out of this place. The rhubarb I'm kind of worried about too. I mean, I know we got the big leaves on the rhubarb, but until they start to turn red, we can actually make rhubarb out of them. I don't know. I keep saying this every time I do a garden stream, but I need to look into harvesting rhubarb a little more. Watch a couple videos. That's all you gotta do. I mean, I've never taken a class for growing food or nothing, and this is not a good example of how to grow food. Trust me. I mean, I got dead plant there, bugs on the other side eating those things. Had to plant above the ground just to grow things. I mean, as you can tell, I can't do as much now as I could when I got here. Just building the structure and putting this together is what was really the most fun. You know, like I'd love to have put a new fence up on here, something stronger, or maybe even just build a fence on the outside of this fence, and then eventually, if I wanted to rip that down, rip it down just to give me more room, or maybe take that spot up right there to put another planter. I don't know. I don't want to get two sold. Like two is enough right now because I can do like tomatoes in one, peppers in the other, four plants maybe total, and then the following year flip it. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't think these zucchinis are going to work, and these beans might work. I've had a couple seasons where I had really good green beans, and a couple where they just never started having beans at all. So it's trial and error, man. It's just giving you a reason to go outside, do something. Now the grapevine, the new one, the bottom part's actually doing better. It's starting to reach this way. All these are reaching too, but they need trained. I'd rather you guys go inside. It's so hard not to break them sometimes when you're doing this. But I just tuck in over the next branch. Tuck this in under one of the branches that are formed. And the leaves are good enough to hold them over. These now, they're starting to latch on. Bend them. Same thing here, tuck it under. Well, sometimes, well, sometimes you might have just cut one of these if it doesn't want to grow the other way. And I always check back here and make sure, well, there's just one. To pull this one back in. If I can get it under a leaf, it'll be safe. Start growing back that way. There we go. So I just try to train this as much as I can. It's almost impossible to keep bugs and ants and stuff off of it. It's a bush of fruit, man. It's going to be sweet. Bugs are going to want it. I just wanted it because it reminds me of my grandma, because she had a big grapevine. I say it all the time, but I mean, still looks pretty cool. I mean, if I could get a bunch of delicious grapes off of it, that would be a lot better. But what's up, Bagwell? I would be happier if I could get a lot of grapes out of it, but I like the aesthetic of it, the look of it. Plus, that's a hell of a hazard for our little golfing hole here. There's the hole. It's uncovered right now. It's a tough hole because you got this. If you hit that rock perfectly, it might shoot it right into the hole, honestly. But danger everywhere. Oh, we gotta get away rock. Yeah, I couldn't thank my friend enough for this fake turf because I was trying to get grass to grow here, like four different types of grass. I did sod once where I brought big slabs of sod of grass in here and stacked it in squares. It never grew or latched on. I did everything I was supposed to. So finally, he gave me that. Kind of made up for all the sod and seed and everything I was buying to try to fix this to make grass. And my other friend owned a paving company, so he came in and did this because this was all grass before, and the hillside was grass coming down. That was a bitch. And these steps, which I am, so tough for anybody's luck with the garden. I gotta stay in the shade over here a little bit. I had to stand there, hoping that this yellow tomato, it's yellow cherry tomatoes, oddly enough. Now, this is the most growth we've had in a while for anything, these tomato plants. The peppers are going, but I haven't got any peppers yet. Like, they got all the way up to the part where you're starting to get peppers, and the peppers are just falling off. So I'm not sure what's going on with the peppers. And this is what happens. Trial and error. Sweat bee trying to bite me. Sorry about that. You know those little sweat bees that try to bite? Yikes. Oh, we got overcast for a little bit. This is nice. Oh, man, what is happening? Go back over here to my busted up Gatorade. I can actually just sit you guys here on this stand. And you can look at the garden. Still in the top right corner, you can't really see. You can almost see one of the bushes is that asparagus, which I don't know if that asparagus will ever work. We've had 2 years in asparagus. The plants are there. It's so hot here right now. I'm not complaining about it. I'd rather have a hot day than snow or cold rain. I like rain on a hot day too. But these were starting to wilt after one day. The these right here, the green beans were starting to wilt after one day in this heat yesterday. I mean, and I don't want to overwater them, but they were limp. Same thing with the zucchini. These 4 zucchini here, they were starting to wilt too. So I had to water them. Thunderstorm, that'd be nice right about it. I'd just sit here in the thunderstorm and sit in the rain. But I was at Home Depot getting the soil, at Home Depot getting the soil, and I saw one zucchini plant, 9.97. Then I went out to a local greenhouse and I got, well, everything that's in here for 9.97. 4 marigolds, 4 green beans, 4 zucchini for 9.97. That's not bad. I mean, so even if, I mean, I could have waited till next year to do this planter, the new one, but I got excited the first one was working, so I bought another one. And I mean, that's not the complete answer, but that's a huge step in the right direction on how we can get things to grow better. And I've dug this out. I mean, you can even see most of that garden is like underground a little bit. So I've tried to clear out, but it's all like clay underneath where we're at here on this hill. So whatever they do, grow a lot better. They use wood ash from their wood burning fireplace and throw that on the soil. I thought about just getting hay and putting hay around it to try to, I mean, that's going to keep, I want to just seal the moisture in, and it's tough. I've learned some bit, but I like learning new stuff. Like, I know I don't know anything near what I need to know. Like, I really want people that watch these to give me advice or send me a message. Hey, try this, or maybe you shouldn't do this, or why are you watering at this time of day, or why wouldn't you water at that time of day, or I mean, I know a lot of the basic stuff. Like, I'm not going to sit here and water the top of a plant for 20 minutes and think that helps. Like, I'm watering the soil, getting it nice and soaked. I know how to test the soil to see if it's still damp underneath a little bit. And if it is, you know, don't don't water it yet. But that's tough. It's like it looks dried out. You want to make sure you don't lose your plants. But I'd say the herb garden is the easiest to grow. Now, the mint, I need to find a use for this mint. I know everyone's saying put it in a drink, put it in a drink, but I want to find a better use for that mint. I know, I mean, just drying it up and making it into a powder, I mean, that type of mint would add sweet to something, or a minty flavor to something. I don't know. Like the oregano oil that I tried, I think I just got olive oil with a little bit of oregano infused into it. I got oregano flavored olive oil basically now. I don't know. It might be. I mean, I did exactly what it says to do. All the leaves in the olive oil, all the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray. And then I let it sit in that jar for over 2 weeks. Mint. You could bake with mint. Yeah, so I mean, just spending $10 on those 12 plants up close here in the first planter just to test it out. I was like, what can I try to grow, which I know can still grow late, and the green beans and the zucchini was a bit, it was just, I didn't want to buy more tomatoes and peppers. We got the second planter behind it is all tomatoes and peppers. What up, LD? So I don't want to do more tomatoes and peppers. But I mean, we have tomatoes, and luckily I trimmed low enough on those tomatoes so that they aren't on the dirt or too heavy. I've learned a couple pruning tricks that I've seen in videos, like when you see it clustered, it's like like 8 flowers or something, trim them in half, and then you'll get 4 better ones instead of getting. You know what I mean? What's up, LD? Can you guys still hear me? Oh, look at this bird here. That's who I was scared away from his bird bath. Can you guys still hear me? I know I keep asking this, so I just pressed something, and I don't know if I'm myself or not. But having that big area back there cleared out could be fun, especially if I got that RC car. I'll really feel like a little kid with that. With that. You can hear me? Thanks, Jake. I'm so used to having an earpiece in when I do the LTD shows, so I'm hearing what's coming through on my phone. When I do this, I'm like out of my element because I'm used to hearing the audio in my ear echoing, which sounds pretty weird because people are normally the opposite. There's one of those little butterflies. I can't believe I found those worms. That's when it overheated. You guys might not even have seen those. Speaking of them, look at this. One just come dropping out of the sky. And I am shit you not. Look at that. You guys see that? That's gonna turn into one of them little moths or whatever. That's exactly what I just found on. It looks exactly like what I found on those. Oh, where are you gonna go? Huh? It came from that tree. It's exactly where it came from. But it literally just floated down in front of me while we were talking about it. Well, it's cool because it's nature, but you know it's not cool. Here, I'll show you what's not cool. What's not cool is all those holes. See, there's one of those little white butterflies down there right now. There you are, you culprit. See, like these leaves are falling off on their own on these pepper plants. It's not good. So I don't know what's going on with the peppers. They get the buds. They're falling off. There's one that's a flower. Yeah, we got ourselves these little worms. There's one right there. He's baking in the sun. There's one there. There's one there. Look, let's do this. See him on there? There's one on this one. It's probably what ate this whole thing. Let's see if there's more. There's one. There's one. They're everywhere. There's another one. I just gotta go through and cut these off. Look, there's another one. We definitely got tomatoes. The peppers aren't doing so great. And these ain't never gonna grow like this. Look at that. It's never gonna grow. Something's eating the shit out of it. Gotta get our compost going. This little guy's gonna be the first tomato to be harvested. I mean, I'm not advocating. This phone's gonna get overheated again. I'm not advocating killing anything, but these little worms are eating my food. You gotta protect things from eating your food. Survivalism. Look, man, I'll throw stuff right there for animals to eat. But if those little things are taking the food, once again, just joining us, here's the big change. This whole area got plowed out on purpose. He said he was going to do it when we took this tree down. So see that big tree there? There used to be one right here that was pretty damn big as well. That tree fell down in a windstorm, and my neighbor came over with the chainsaw and we cut it up and threw it in the woods. He had this little area left right here that was really tall and connected to all these trees. He asked me if he wanted me to rip it down, and I said no. He said eventually, when this machine's over here, he would come back and take care of all this and clear it all out, and he did. So now if I get my little RC car going, tell me this isn't like having if you were a kid. Like I want to get a bunch of, I want to go on eBay and buy a bunch of GI Joe vehicles and GI Joe men and play GI Joe out here. I mean, once the rain kind of levels it off a little more, he'll ride his tractor back through here a few times, level it out a little more. That's pretty crazy. Technically, I'll show you there's an alley here. He did a good job of ripping that out of there, man. So technically, like right here is an alley. This is an alley, technically. And here's that machine I was telling you about. They brought it over to do some work, and he knows them. Works with them. So we got that machine there that was used to clear it out. Grass is nice and cut. It's hot. I gotta go over there before the phone overheats. That whole area cleared out, man. That's insane. Phone's gonna overheat. Chill out, phone. Focus. Whoa. I knew I was gonna do that. All right. There you have it for now. So I can put this son of a bitch back on. There we go. Rain in Texas. See, now that's my conundrum now, from having a rainy season to now having really dry, humid season, knowing how much to water, keeping these plants alive. That's our next quest. We gotta keep these plants alive, hopefully have a nice couple harvests where we got a bunch of food to eat. Maybe I can make a couple of batches of my old salsa I used to make. It's not hot. And it's fun because basically tomatoes and peppers all chopped up with, well, these herbs. Yeah, I'm not big into hockey. I'm basketball, I'm football. Herb garden always just looks real cool. And I always explain this, it's kind of morbid, but I rescue cats and they're gonna go 1, 2, 3 whenever they're gone. One of these days, a little kiosk competition from here. Because you hit the wall, you got a cat over here. Parker? No. Yeah, I made it through the shade there a little more. Woo. I'm gonna probably grab somebody and I might go live. I don't know, J-Dog is still here? Are he going live? I know he goes live Monday afternoons too. Maybe later on for an hour or so, I'll pop on and try to do some tag team finishers. You guys can see the finishers. 100 degrees in the shade, damn. Feels like 100 degrees here right now. I don't know why that says 26 minutes. Well, that's didn't start a new stream when I stopped it, did it? Because I could have swore we were on for longer than 26 minutes. It must have started over. Yeah, it's 12:15. I started at 11:05. That must be once I came back in and went live again. It patches it together and keeps it on video. It's crazy because in 2 days we have the damn NBA draft. Like we just ended the NBA season. I'm going to draft in 2 days. I mean, I like it because you're just keeping the season going with something really fast. It's just like doesn't seem like the draft's ever been 2 days after. I mean, you got to count game sevens and they plan ahead. I know that stuff, but I guess it's normally the end of June. I wish I had another phone so I could check it. We're gonna end this live next week. We'll update on how the fans are doing. And I need to go to my buddy's RC, that hobby shop he has, and see how much it is to get it. I probably just need a new charger. That son of a bitch used to drive like crazy. I'd love to take that out here and kick it around in the dirt, build some jumps. All right, everybody. Appreciate you popping in, hanging out with your boy here this morning to afternoon. I'm gonna go grab a bite, work on some tag teams for tomorrow's show. And I'll see you in the streams. I'm out of here, people.